Food and sex. This week's word vitamin, or two word vitamins, but they come together. Whenever I work with people with issues around sexuality or with eating disorders, their body image, their relationship with how they feel in their sexual self is usually an area we need to look at delicately and with respect. Now, I often say, food like sex, if we abstain or deprive ourselves for too long, even the worst stuff starts to look good. Now, our sexual energies are part of our healthy appetite. Libido and appetite work in the same energy centers in our brain. So passion, we get passionate about our food and we get passionate about our sexuality. However, sometimes we get passionately fearful or passionately we crave it. And if we've been in deprivation for too long, it can become that all or nothing kind of lifestyle, which is not living, it's surviving. Now, if you get a chance to read this week's word vitamin, I look at the three areas that human beings are hardwired for survival instinct, that none of us can escape. We have to create a healthy relationship with food because we can't abstain from food long term. And even, you know, those really strict diets that people go on to lose weight, they'll work short term, but long term, living in that place of deprivation, it'll blow out in some other area. So my people with eating disorders, whether they're anorexic or bulimic, whether they're obese, overweight or underweight, because they are controlling that area so strictly, we find often that it's blowing out in their sexual behavior, in their spending. They're either, excuse me, overly frugal or spendaholics, or they've got gambling issues. So, sorry, tickle in the throat, had some nuts earlier. These three areas were hardwired for survival: food, sex and danger. Now, for many people, food and sex can start to feel dangerous, so there's shutdown in those whole three areas. We need to keep ourselves safe and survive, but the next level up, emotional fitness is all about living. It's all about emotional health and well-being. So when you have a look at your relationship with food and sex, are you happy with it? You know, if you're going to rate it, 0 being non-existent, very unhappy, to 10 out of 10, where do you sit? And are you happy with where you sit? Also too, a lot of work that I do with clients when they're looking at their relationship with food and sex, a lot of people get caught up in what used to work last decade. And with each passing decade, we grow and mature, so our palate, our libido, what we're passionate about, both what we find appealing sexually and what foods we like, it alters and changes. If we're growing and maturing, we will need to keep installing the next upgrade, the next emotional app when it comes to finding our emotional center of gravity with our relationship with food and our relationship with our libido. It's a delicate area. Most people need a little bit of help from time to time in just finding their center. So I hope this week's word vitamin has been helpful, and it's lovely to connect with you again here, and I'll be back next week. Lots of love. See you then. Bye.